Chris Newton, we've just slipped to one of your office rooms here down in Old Harlow at the Air Cadets. How are things? How are things here in 2022 of your cadets?
Yes, it's going very well. We recovered really successfully from COVID. So we've been back parading probably around a year now. As would be expected, the squadron size shrunk during COVID. A lot of teenagers finding work and moving on. But we've seen a real interest from young people since we've kind of returned to normality. So the squadron's growing rapidly, both with cadets and staff, and really managing to kind of broaden some of the activities that cadets can do here as well.
And what do you think, or what do they think, that the young people get out of this?
I think what I think and what they think are two slightly different things. Certainly what they think, we often hear that they enjoy the structure, they thrive on that. They enjoy being with their friends, learning new skills, doing kind of the various adventure training activities that they get to do, and trying things that frankly they wouldn't often be able to have the opportunity to try if they weren't involved in the Air Training Corps. What I think they get out of it probably comes slightly later in life, when they perhaps reflect back on and realise some of the skills that we've given around leadership and followership skills, self-discipline, building their self-confidence, and those sort of things that we instill them from a young age, but ultimately remain with them well into their adult years as well.
And a night like tonight, let me get this right, are they enrolling and are they parading, and people will see in this film, the parents will be here, what are the parents going to see?
So tonight we are enrolling our latest intake of cadets. So we've got 6 cadets I think tonight who joined us in around May this year. So since May they've been doing their basic training. They've learned kind of history of the Air Cadets, history of the Royal Air Force, and some of the basic skills and knowledge they need to be a good cadet. So they've finished that training now. And tonight is where they are formally, if you like, welcomed in to Royal Air Cadets and the Air Training Corps element of that. So this evening we will do a formal parade with the whole squadron. We'll have around 35 cadets on parade. We will enrol them with the squadron padre, and myself will formally welcome them in to the corps and the squadron as well. And after tonight, they are no longer our probationary cadets. They will join one of our 2 substantive flights, and really I suppose it's the start of their career. So we will see lots of proud parents today. It's probably the first time they've seen their son or daughter in uniform. As well, will have been the first time they've seen them on parade and demonstrating some of the drill skills they would have learned. And it's also an opportunity for me this evening to give out some other awards as well, so our other cadets that have worked hard and achieved things.
What are the numbers like, and what would you like the numbers to be like?
The numbers have been getting progressively stronger. I joined this squadron in November, and I took over command in December, with the outgoing OC retiring and moving to Devon. Lucky chap. So since then we've seen a really strong demand and interest from young people, and we've seen that since COVID come to an end. I think we realise the opportunities that are out there. So at the moment, an average parade night outside of school holidays, we are parading around 43 cadets. That this time last year was around 20, so we've doubled our numbers. We are very fortunate with the size of the footprint we've got here. We've got a large staff team, so we've certainly got a desire to achieve 100 cadets, not just on the books, but genuinely parading, and be able to demonstrate that and invest some of that in Harlow itself as well.
It's a constant theme on your Harlow for especially young people, and everybody indeed, is value for money. Is this expensive?
No, not at all. So the bare basics, we have subscriptions, which is £15 a month. So £15 a month ultimately covers every parade night. So that's every Monday and Thursday evening. It covers off their blue uniform that you can see me wearing here as well, and pretty much all the activities we do on a parade night. There are some additional costs, so for example an annual camp, if we would take the cadets away, for example we've just spent a week at Army Air Base Wattisham, just up near Ipswich, took them away for a solid week, and the cost of that was £75 per cadet, but that's accommodation, food, all activities, all in for an entire week away there. An average weekend camp is probably about £15 thereabouts, and again would include accommodation, activities, food. There are other activities that are on the higher end of the spectrum, such as camps in Florida, and they work as part of the Florida Air Show, the International Air Cadet Exchange, where they can go on exchange with Canadian Air Cadets, Air Cadets from Ghana and Australia and all over the world as well. So something there for everyone. Myself and the civilian committee here are very keen to ensure everyone has those opportunities. So although they are the prices, affordability should be no barrier for anyone. So actually we do a lot of fundraising as a squadron, and we often use some of that fundraising to ensure those cadets from families that are less able to afford some of those activities can still enjoy them and still get the same opportunities as anyone else here.
And finally, in this news item, there'll be the links to your site, website, etc. But anybody who watches this, or is a parent or maybe a young person thinking of joining, getting involved, what's your advice?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's certainly worth looking at the RAF Air Cadets website. It's quite a nice website, it gives you a lovely overview of some of the things that we do. Duke of Edinburgh Awards, shooting, sports, leadership, fellowships and all that sort of stuff. Do come down and see us, drop us an email. You can also use our Facebook page, which is Harlow Air Cadets, and there's the details on there of how to kind of register interest and come to one of our open evenings, with our next open evening running in late September. And we're just taking registrations